Today we have Daredevil up against the Sentry. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Now, I don't have to go over Daredevil's backstory. I mean, we all know a kid gets blinded as a kid and becomes Daredevil. Pretty simple origins to tell. However, let's go over Sentry because I kind of want to do characters who are not that well known. Try and give more backstory on them. Up against a character that has more well-known history. So let's begin. Sentry's Robert Reynolds was given a super soldier serum that granted him powers of a billion of 10 of billions of exploding suns, and he eventually becomes a Sentry. Now, Sentry is obviously physically superior to Daredevil in a lot of ways. He's stronger, faster, more durable one. I mean, he can hold his own against World War Hulk. He's fast enough. He can fly, and he can even survive death from Malcolm Man. If that doesn't say, hey, Daredevil, if that doesn't say Sentry is stronger, faster, and more durable, I don't know what will. However, Daredevil has more experience, the better fighter, and obviously is smarter than Sentry. Yeah, Sentry is a good fighter, but he's still new technically. He only came out in 2001, I believe, so that was like 20 years ago. Daredevil and he really doesn't have that many comics. Daredevil has been around for much longer than that. So Daredevil has the experience part. Daredevil obviously is the better fighter, no question about that. I feel like Sentry has one edge, and that is the Void, but even then, the Void will not be part of this battle. That might be for another video. Daredevil also has the power of the radar sense, which alone can grant him, if he concentrates enough, could give him nigh omniscience. To me, Sentry has the power to beat Daredevil. But the problem with Sentry is that he sometimes doesn't use it. Sentry always has a human side. Like, when World War Hulk was around, like, destroying everybody, people had to contact Sentry if he could do it, but he couldn't. So Sentry will have that, like, human side of him. Where Daredevil, well, he could care about people, but Daredevil's more likely to hurt people and even sometimes kill. Yes, does he kill all the time? No, he doesn't. It's just that Daredevil is more likely to hurt people. I mean, tell that to Bullseye. I mean, Bullseye alone got killed by Daredevil. Although it was literally, he didn't actually kill him. Although he kind of just stabbed him right in the chest. He's more likely to use lethal weapons against Sentry. So even then, Sentry has a disadvantage. Another disadvantage I think Sentry has is that it's his history can kind of be psychological, meaning that if you do a lot of damage on other people, like, he could actually feel that. I don't know. I don't really read comics that much. I feel like Daredevil's greatest advantage is the fact that I feel like Daredevil has just too much experience against Sentry. 20 years really isn't that much time when you actually think about when somebody has, like, millions of years of experience. Like, think of Ra's al Ghul up against Gladiator. And things of them fighting hand to hand. Yes, Gladiator may have been for 100 years, but Ra's has been for much longer. In my opinion, I think Daredevil is too much here. He's the better fighter, he's smarter, and he has better advantages than Sentry. Yes, Sentry will claim victories like always. Everybody will eventually claim a victory. It's not like, oh, this character would constantly beat the character. Sentry will win, but it's going to be a long, hard fight, But to me, Daredevil has too much experience, and better at fighting Thor and the Hulk than Sentry has, because Daredevil was able to stalemate Thor and Hulk, where Sentry lost to both of them, even against the Void. Even when Void fought Thor, he lost. Even though I know Void wanted Thor to kill him, but that doesn't matter. He still should have won. So in my opinion, Daredevil wins. But what do y'all think? Please post a comment, and I'll see y'all next time.